Hi guys, so this is my review of In the Heights. It's an okay film. Yeah, it's okay. I will go through this as best as I can, through the characters one by one as well, because that's also one of the problems. This film doesn't really have a lead character. You would think Anthony Ramos is the main character, but not really. Okay, here we go. Before I go through all of the characters though, let's talk about the film as a whole. The music, it's okay. There are definitely some standouts that I do like, but in terms of the actual dancing, I was not a fan of the choreography. I mean, this is supposed to be In the Heights, the musical, which the first time I heard of it was a musical that everybody buzzed about. Even Britney Spears went to watch, and she even met the cast of In the Heights and got Lin-Manuel Miranda his start, and then eventually he did Hamilton. So this is supposed to be a big deal. The choreography was just not there for me. I don't know why, it was just not flattering. And it's a musical of epic proportions in terms of the music, of course. The sound mix was so front-loaded. There's like no surround sound. The mixing was not good for a film. I mean, just no. That being said, I'm gonna go through the film now, character by character. We'll start with Usnavi, played by Anthony Ramos. He was okay, I guess. He was actually the character I cared about the least. I mean, he bookended the movie. He started off it, he ended it, he narrated the entire movie, so technically he felt like the main character, but he just was okay. It took me like maybe 2/3 of the movie not caring about him until probably the third act till I cared about him. I know that in the musical, originally it was played by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I think that the reason they didn't have Lin-Manuel Miranda was because he got too old. No, I think Lin-Manuel Miranda would have done a better job than Anthony Ramos. So maybe I need to find a recording of the original musical because he just wasn't right for the character, I feel like. I could see he was trying though. And then we have Melissa Barrera as Vanessa. Yes, I get it, you want to be a fashion designer, but your story, like, yeah, we didn't really get much of UA. I guess you were kind of a nice romantic interest for Usnavi, but I don't know. I didn't like her solo songs either. I don't know. She was bland for me, I don't know why. Gregory Diazev as Sunny. Yes, my face just lit up because that's how great his character was. He was funny, he was charming, he was witty, and he was a cute, almost like a little brother to Anthony Ramos. So he was great. I actually rooted for him, like, to succeed, even though his storyline wasn't much developed either. And that's what I found as well with this film. So many characters, so they're very underdeveloped. Side note, his father is played by Mark Anthony. Yes, Mark Anthony. And he only had one scene where he did nothing. Didn't even sing. I'm just saying that's a waste of Mark Anthony. You could have casted Mark Anthony as Kevin. But yes, we're moving on to the next character now. Lin-Manuel Miranda as Piraguero. I'm sorry if I'm butchering all of these names, but he just lit up the room. He has one very short song, very enjoyable. Him showing up in the ensemble later for another number, great. Like, I have no qualms. Lin-Manuel Miranda was perfect in this movie. I mean, he was just perfect. He just was pure joy. Like, there was no doubt. He was the reason why I'm like, I can see why you got this movie made. I can see why you made this musical. Because I bet you that the musical is better than this movie. Because, Leslie Grace as Nina. I would say she was an interesting character for sure. I was actually more interested in her during Act 1 and Act 2. And I felt like in Act 1 and Act 2, she should have been like the main character because she actually had an interesting storyline. And the film as a whole was very unfocused. And her storyline actually made sense to me. It'd be like, okay, that is what we're going for. That's a message right there. I liked her. Her songs were okay. Nothing completely stand out to me, especially when he's paired with Benny. Oh my goodness. Benny, Corey Hawkins as Benny just completely stole the show. Now, I just want to start with, this is Lin-Manuel Miranda. There is a lot of rapping, not much singing. So when you have someone with Corey Hawkins' voice and he sings, oh my goodness, he steals the show. Like, so much charm, so much charisma. He's just a good-hearted character. Like, I couldn't find any qualms with Benny. Benny was just great. He's the friend you want. Like, I want Benny as a best friend. And of course, I rooted for him with Nina. He was great. And yes, I have to go by these three as a trio because these three characters, oh my goodness. Let's start with Daphne Rubin-Vega as Daniela. I mean, she was so great. Like, hello, when she sings, I was like, yes, like, she's like, you know, that perfect aunt that everybody loves because she's so much fun. Absolutely wonderful. And Stephanie Beatrix as Carla, she was very nice because compared to what I've seen her in, which is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where she played Diaz, I mean, that's definitely a very different character for her. And she actually did more singing than I thought she could do. And she has actually quite a nice voice for singing. Speaking of singing, Dasha Polanco is Kucha? I don't know. She wasn't given that much singing to do, but she was always there. She was always there on screen, which was great. Like, with the rest of the girls, she was very great, very cute. I loved her character too. She should have more time to shine too. And of course, as I mentioned, Kevin, played by Jimmy Smits. Like I said, it really could have been Mark Anthony instead, but Jimmy Smits did a good job. He was definitely a nice father slash grandfather-ish figure. He was very charismatic, but in my head, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's Bail Organa. Yes, I watch a lot of Star Wars. His singing wasn't half bad either. I was like, okay, Bail Organa can sing. And I really did save the best for last. Olga Moretez as Abuelita. I was just... she definitely had a more sizable chunk than Kevin. And she was definitely the heart of the film. Like, she is the perfect grandmother slash aunt that you'll ever have. Like, she's like warm and loving and just pure love. Like, she's the heart of the movie, really. When she had her solo song, I was like, sing it, girl. Sing it. Anyways, okay visual, okay direction, but it's John M. Chu, what do we expect? But, you know, an okay movie. I truly think this musical could have had a better film adaptation because the first two acts were really unfocused. I felt like there were too many songs for a film adaptation. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just a mixed bag for me. I do appreciate what they've done in terms of the culture and the songs. Like, it's very good. You definitely don't see much Latin American culture in a mainstream way as a movie musical. I don't think I've ever seen before. So I think it's great. That part is great. The representation is great. But it deserves a better director and a better screenplay and better direction. Anyway, that is my review of In the Heights. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And until next time. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. So you can check out some more videos right now, right there. Do you see them? Also, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss a single video. Bye!